Welcome back, everyone.
ええ、それが英霊ならなおのことよ。クラスという殻を失い、純粋な魂となったサーバントの魔力は膨大だわ。一つ取り込むだけで体の中に台風が生まれるようなものよ。それを最終的に7つ集めるのが聖杯の機能。そこに入れ物自体の魂の入る余地なんてない。今までの聖杯が魂のない無機物だったのはそのためなの。聖杯の機能は英霊7人分の魂を回収してそれを統括し管理すること。そこに余分なプログラムは走らない。聖杯の人格なんてものは聖杯の機能にかき消されてしまうだけ。つまりね、シロ、聖杯が完成すればするほど人間としての機能が消えていくの。それは私だって同じ。サーバントを回収してそれが多くなれば多くなるほど制御のために人間の機能をカットしていく。手足を動かす魔力をカットすればその分精密に魂を制御できる。
I wonder what human function she does discard though.
呼吸をしなければ取り込んだ魂を外部に漏らすこともなくなる。
Oh, wow. Okay.
人格を形成している部分を全て演算に回せば魂の統合も安定する。それは桜も同じよ。聖杯になってしまえばもう人間の人格なんて走らない。人間でいるなんてそんな余裕はなくなってしまう。
That is such a monkey's paw too.
ただそうね、私とさくらの違いがあるとしたら私は自分の意思で切り替えるけどさくらはただ書き換えられていくだけってこと。不完全な黒い聖杯であるさくらには拒否権が存在しない。
Ilya explains it all without a hint of emotion. Ilya knew all along. She's probably known since she was born. No, even before that. Her life was created purely for this absurd purpose. Still, there's a silver lining in this. I breathe a sigh of relief and look up gratefully.
どうしたのシロ。私さくらはもう助からないって言ったのよ。
I know that. But still.
イリアとサクラは2人で分け合ってるんだろ。ならイリアはまだ。
そうね。ほとんどさくらに取られちゃったからイリアでいることに支障はないわ。ライダーとアサシン、あの2人を取り込んでも人間としての機能を削る必要はないかな。
Right. That's the one saving grace of the situation. If I were to lose Ilya too, it would mean that I failed to protect even a single person.
シロ、
I realize I'm hugging Ilya. I never made her any promises, nor did she ask for anything.
シロ。
Her body is small, and I can't hug her too hard. It's a one-sided embrace. I feel with my own fingers the weight of someone whom I must protect. It's 2 p.m. I make a late lunch and bring it to Sakura's room.
さて
I remove my apron and place a bowl of okayu on a tray. I take one deep breath and completely still my heart. I don't know what I'll say if I see Sakura in my current condition. That wouldn't be good. If she notices my inner turmoil, it will make her suffer even worse than me. I need to cool my emotions so that I don't say anything careless. This will probably be the last time. It's our last chance to meet and look at each other like we always have. At the very least, I want this precious time to end with a smile.
さくら起きてるか。遅くなったけど昼にしよ
I knock and enter the room. Sakura looks like she was sleeping, but her face lights up when I come in.
来てもらえて嬉しいです、先輩。
She smiles warmly, looking genuinely happy. Time passes. Sakura's body is on the mend. She's well enough to sit up and eat her okayu on her own. We spend lunchtime leisurely, chatting about nothing important. Sakura goes back to her bed and continues talking to me. Maybe she's sleepy after eating. That's all. This is all I can do for her now. Sakura looks lively now. Her breathing is steadier now, and the colors return to her cheeks. I'd have a hard time believing someone who told me that she only has a few days left to live.
でも私風邪ってあんまりひいたことないんです。昔から体だけは頑丈で寝込んだことなんてなかったんですよ。
The topic turns from disliking cold medicine to Sakura telling me how healthy she normally is. Apparently, she's never been a sickly person, and any time she came close to catching a cold, she would overcome her symptoms through sheer willpower.
気合って暖かくして安静にしていたとか？いや、それじゃあ気合を入れるってニュアンスじゃないよな。なんだろう、風で気合を入れるって。
いえ、それは割と恥ずかしい話なので秘密です。
Sakura gives me a rare shy giggle. It sounds like Sakura was a feisty kid in a different way than I was.
だから風邪薬は嫌いっていうより信用できないっていうか、飲み薬は効き目がわからないから逆に不安になりませんか？
ああ、子供の頃はそうだったかな。苦いのを我慢して飲んだのに治らなくて、体が痛いのも熱があるのも得体の知れない薬のせいにしてたっけ。
Sakura agrees enthusiastically with an I know, right? Her smile is almost enough to make me imagine that she's well enough to be back on her feet tomorrow. I do my best to quash that wishful thinking. Sakura won't get better. I can't keep hoping that she'll get better and everything will go back to normal and keep delaying my decision.
なあ、さくら。
Maybe I ask this because I've accepted the cold hard reality.
体が治ったらさ、さくらは何がしたい？
I start imagining what if, and ask her about fantasies of the future.
私のやりたいことですか？
さくらがとにかく楽しいって思えることだ。何でもいいぞ。ただ聞いてるだけだから実現できる可能性はなしの方針で。
ちょっと待ってください。
Sakura's gaze wanders, her face troubled. She pauses to think.
なんかこれと言ってないみたいです。別に今のままでいいっていうか、先輩といられればそれでいいかなって。
She answers shyly, her cheeks flushing. My vision narrows. I use my still heart to quash the urge to pick her up and hug her.
あれは今まで何一つ自分のための行いなどしてこなかった。
Now, see, that's something you don't need to quash. You should just hug her, you know? Let her know that you care. Damn that old man. It's not that she never tried. She just doesn't know. She doesn't know what it means to do something fun. She doesn't know what she wants because she's never lived a normal life. She values the small things so much because she's never known normal happiness.
先輩、どうかしましたか？
I feel his anger too. I feel it.
ああ、ちょっと考え事。
She still hasn't done anything. Sakura doesn't know what it means to aspire to something or to feel the need to obtain something. She doesn't laugh when she's outside. She doesn't make friends. She's only known closed-off spaces like the Mato house in mine. I'd pay any price to change that.
先輩、やっぱりおかしいです。左手痛むんですか？
いや、そうじゃない。さくら、このゴタゴタが終わったらどこか遠くに行こう。今までどこかに遊びに行くとかなかっただろ。たまには遠出して騒ぐのもいい。
Sakura looks at me curiously. Her surprised silence at my sudden suggestion gives the impression that she's wondering if this is a dream.
決まりだ。さくらはどこに行きたい？
どこって、
She looks panicked. She can't come up with an answer. Still, perhaps she found a wish within herself.
どこでもいいんですよね先輩
But of course. She timidly looks up at me.
いいよ。人間、その気になればいけないところなんてない。
I meant it seriously, but Sakura seems to have taken it as a joke. She laughs.
じゃあお花見とかしたいです私
She voices a modest wish in a grateful tone.
花見？花見ってあの花見か。
はいこのお屋敷でもできますけどあるのは梅の木だけですから天気のいい日に広い野原で先輩とお花見がしたいです
そっか。それは確かに。
Like an incredibly fun time. It would be nice to go look at the springtime trees at the park under the bridge on a bright blue day without any clouds. There's countless fun things we could do. Hanami would be a perfect first outing for Sakura.
よし。じゃあ約束だ。さくらの体が治ってこのゴタゴタが終わったら二人で行こう。
Sakura flashes a contented smile. We exchange a promise, and then I slowly stand up. Yeah, it would be a dream come true if that could happen. A dream of my own happiness, which I've never had ever since that fire 10 years ago. I leave the guest room. All that's left is that humble promise. It isn't only Sakura's wish, it's mine too. Once April comes, I'll grant it as many times as it takes. A warm illusion forms in my cold heart. Winter will end someday. And we'll go look at the cherry blossoms together once the new spring comes. Night has come, and it's time to make a decision. We aren't going out on patrol. Tosaka's totally exhausted after spending the entire day making a mold of the jeweled sword. She's resting in her room. The same goes for Ilya. After the three of us ate dinner in silence, we went off to our respective bedrooms. It's 10 o'clock at night. If history is any indication, the shadow should be moving soon. I stand up without making any noise. I pick up a knife from the kitchen counter and leave the room. The door isn't locked. I quietly open it and walk up to the bed. Sakura is sleeping. That's all I know. I can't tell just by looking if her condition has improved or worsened. Ah, crap, I know. I know where this is going. Something's wrong with my eyesight. Sakura is sleeping right in front of me, but I can't tell what face she's making. I fight down my dizziness and shaking. Make up your mind. Even as I stand here, the shadow might be attacking people in town right now. The most direct way to defeat it is to Sakura right now. Even if it isn't her fault, someone else would get hurt unless I do it. People could die. Innocent people, unable to resist. Even Sakura, who never asked to commit these sins. I raise the knife. My mouth is dry. My tongue feels like cardboard. The blade is cold and unfeeling. Like my heart right now. When I imagine this thin strip of metal, which only exists to be sharp, plunging into the soft flesh of Sakura's living human throat, my eyes go numb. Like the feeling of falling onto a flathead screwdriver that happened to be bouncing up and stabs me directly in one of my eyeballs. Ah, that's a gross description. The numb pain of going blind rips the meninges off my brain like when someone removes the peel off an orange. My senses are going haywire. The fingers that are gripping the knife look like they're about to bend backwards by an unseen force. Like telekinesis in the movies. I ignore it and grip the knife harder. No. We don't do that. We don't do that here. No siree. No. Denied. I just can't do it. My heart hurts. Blood runs down the fingers that are gripping the knife. I grind my teeth. I desperately try to stifle the sobs rising to my throat. My eyelids feel hot. I can't bear to look down, so I raise my head and control my anger. I lowered the knife. No matter how hard I try, I can't manage something so simple. It pisses me off. Seriously, something's wrong with me. After everything I've done to come this far, I finally know my own heart.
バカか、俺は。
Yes. I came to an answer long ago. It was a choice I made with a fatal conviction as I held Sakura that night in the rain.
裏切るのか。
Something tells me to remember. Didn't you say that you would be a hero? That you'd do what's right? The competing thoughts are tearing my body apart. A hero who will kill many people tonight for Sakura's sake. A hero who's always been selfish. Kiritsugu who cast off his own feelings for what he believed in. A powerless human who saves others only for his own satisfaction. The fire 10 years ago. In exchange for being the only survivor, I lived my life trying to prevent such a tragedy from ever happening again. All of the time I've spent until now, myself, my feelings that I've believed in for the last 10 years hammer my stop self and interest. I ask myself if I'm a traitor. Will I betray myself who lived through the burning ruins, crying while everyone else died around me? The atonement. Will I betray my past self who clung to the belief that he couldn't live without making it up to the people who died?
ああ。
It can't be forgiven with an apology. It isn't a sin that one can gloss over. I'm abandoning my own self. Even if it means turning my life into a lie and leaving everything I believed in, everyone who's helped me.
裏切るとも。
I've chosen what I want to protect. As long as Sakura is smiling after this, I'm fine with it. Even if I have to lie to myself to go on living. These feelings aren't wrong. I need Sakura. Sakura needs me. For the first time, I wish to protect a single life over many lives. I take a deep breath and relax my numb fingers. This is the last time I doubt myself. I'll leave the room before Sakura wakes up and put the knife back. Just as I try to leave the room.
先輩どうして殺さないんですか
Sakura's voice comes from the dark.
さくら。
She was awake? Sakura's shaking in bed, staring at the knife I'm holding? Her eyes are clouded with pain. She looks like she's on the verge of tears, but not because I came here to kill her. It's as if she's apologizing for pushing me this far.
いいんですよ思う通りにして私自分じゃ怖くてできないから先輩ならいいです
Well, you got nothing to worry about, Sakura. Because I'm not doing it. No, we're gonna find another way. Does she really mean that? Her voice is pleading and tinged with obvious fear. Trembling slightly, she gazes earnestly at the knife that hovers over her head, as if staring her inevitable death in the face. To me, it looks like her utmost determination to keep herself from running away.
さくら。
What have I done? Was I so desperate that I didn't even notice it? The way she was trembling. How did I just realize now that she was determined to pretend to sleep and let me live?
さくら。俺は。
分かってます先輩の選んだことはきっと正しいですだって悪いのは私ですから最後だから言っちゃいますけど私もういつまで自分でいられるかわからないんです一日がどれくらい長いのかお昼に先輩と何を話したのかそれっていつのお昼なのか昨日は何があって明日は何があるのか
I treat it like 50 first dates.
わかんなくなっちゃいました
I remind you every day.
それだけじゃないんですよ私おかしな夢を見るんです怖い夢でいつ
つも血まみれで、でもそれが楽しいって思える自分がいて、そういうのひとまとめにして怖い夢だった。その夢の中での私は悪者なんです。みんなからたくさんのものを奪って笑っているんです。それが怖くて、ずっと助けてって言っていたのに、誰も助けてくれなかった。だからみんなが殺されるのは仕方ないって。他人を助けてあげないんだから、他人に助けてもらえないのは当たり前で、この夢はただの夢だって見て見ぬふりをしてきました。でも違ったんです。私はそういう夢を望んでいた。本当は臆病で汚くてずるい自分、みんな嫌いで恨むことしかできなくて、あんな夢を一瞬でも楽しいだなんて思った私が悪かった。夢が悪いんじゃなくて、あんな夢を見る私自身が初めからいちゃいけなかった。先輩、私少しずつおかしくなっているんです。
They always know what track to push for. To what you call it, to enhance the mood of the scene.
このままいけばあんな夢しか見なくなって、先輩のこともわからなくなる。夢の中だけじゃなくて、本当にみんなを殺して回る悪者になるんです。だからここでお願いできますか。私が悪い自分になる前に先輩の手で終わらせてもらえるなら、それで。
Sakura tries to say that it'll save her. Before she can, I cut her off with a hug. Good. She's still trembling. I put more strength into my arms. This is an embrace I couldn't complete before. I pull Sakura in close when I could only bring myself to barely touch her before. I accept her body as hard as I can, my hands grasping her back fiercely. Sakura doesn't resist. Even though she's afraid of death, even though she doesn't want to die, even though she asked me to kill her, Sakura finally relaxes.
後悔します。
She whispers the same words from that night in a grateful voice.
そんなのもうしてる。
I'm already feeling regret.
これからのことじゃない。桜を守れなかった今までのことをずっと後悔する。
That's right, Shiro, tell her. She gasps quietly. Sakura raises her arms. Her cool fingers trace my cheeks.
俺が守る。桜をちゃんと俺が守る。
I talk to her while she cries in my arms. That's all we can do now. All we can do is forgive each other over and over. That night I swore to be Sakura's ally. I don't regret that. There's only one person I should apologize to. Will you forgive me, Sakura? I tell her with my arms, not my voice. Will you forgive me for betraying myself? Finally, I confess my sin. That was a strong scene. I really like that. The door closes. As if convincing himself, the boy swore he'd protect the girl over and over. Then, he watched her fall asleep and left the room. In the dim light, Sakura Mato heaves a pained sigh. She hasn't been sleeping. She only pretended to sleep to let the even more exhausted boy rest. Woo! Besides, she can't sleep anymore. If she does, she'll dream. She'll watch something that looks like her kill people. It terrifies her. She doesn't remember what she dreamed last night. She has no memory of what happened before she passed out in front of the house. So she's sure that if she falls asleep tonight, she'll never wake up again. She'll lose her mind for good and betray the boy who embraced her. The boy abandoned himself and chose to believe in the weak and dishonest Sakura Mato instead. His conviction pains her. She knows that if she becomes the way she is in her dreams, she won't be able to face him again. That's right. She has broken his heart and it can never be fixed. So, she has to endure this. She must stay awake and hold on to her mind as long as she can so that she never has that dream again. Even she has someone willing to protect her. If there's even a shred left of her nasty, cowardly self, then Sakura Mato needs to hold on to it with all her might.
私はそれでいいけどもう
Some things can never go back to the way they were. She's committed sins that she'll never be able to atone for.
俺が守る。
He repeated that promise knowing that there was no hope, no future. The memory of it brings tears to her eyes. Half an hour ago, when he came into the room, she made up her mind. She knows what it feels like when someone comes to kill her. God, can you imagine just knowing that feeling? How often has that happened? Right now, she's sensitive to hostility. She'd sense someone coming for her life even when she was asleep. But it was an empty bloodlust, not devoid of feeling, but a pitiful void like a gaping hole opened in his chest, allowing a cold breeze to flow through it. She accepted that she would die here. She thought it would be best if the boy was the one to stop her. But she was too timid, too cowardly. She told herself it was alright to die, but she couldn't stop herself from shaking. She did it again. She drove him into a corner with excuses convenient only for her. He embraced her. The boy embraced her despite everything. They both know they have no future. He knew where his choice would lead, and he hugged her anyway. She felt his determination. His embrace told her that he would combine their sins and face the consequences together. It made her sad. She's always known that. He's someone who can do that. In the dusklit schoolyard, she watched a stranger run over and over. The boy in the distance changed her whispers of give up into good luck. Her wish was born at that moment. She wants to be with him. She wants to protect her. She wants him to protect her. She adored him without knowing why, and when her grandfather ordered her to go to the Emiya house, her dream came true.
俺が守る。さくらの味方をするって誓ったんだから。
This is the result of that promise. He's gonna keep breaking for the rest of his life.
ごめんなさい先輩
She finally understands why she looked up to him. To the girl, the boy was beautiful. She was pathetic, but he was different. He was straightforward, and she wished for him to stay that way.
なのに私が
Yes, she remembered. She wanted to protect him. I wanted to protect him. That awkward, honest person she saw in the yard that afternoon was precious to her, and she wanted to protect him.
壊してしまった
Nah, he was already broken. In fact, he was broken the moment he made that promise to Kiritsugu. That's all she ever wanted. So, why? Why did she do this to him? And so, during a span of time which would have been interrupted if she hadn't had her mind focused, she made her final choice.
いるんでしょライダー
She calls out into the darkness. A woman appears out of thin air like a ghost. She is Ryder, Sakura Mato's servant.